Hello, I'm David Kuntz. Hey, that's just my mom's bedroom, guest bedroom. I'm at my mom and dad's house in the guest bedroom. So no, no. In fact, my wife is here with me in the other room. But yeah, we're visiting Winston Salem, North Carolina. So let me see. I no, I can't tell you any jokes. My all my jokes are gone. My my nephew that's here in Winston Salem is a big Minecraft player, and like all the kids his age, he's like 15 and a half, 16, and so I think we should introduce Beckett to Koala and see if they can't come up with the next best Minecraft sword
We have an
mod.
audio problem. I don't know why. I see levels and I was muted too. I hope I didn't do that last show all muted, by the way. So why am I not hearing myself on Twitch? Okay, let's see here. Let me check the YouTubes just in case it's a Twitch thing, but I doubt it. And then if that
Okay.
doesn't work, we're going to restart. Oh, I hate restarting the stream. That just messes up everything. They don't gracefully restart these things.
Um, the last show I watched about 10 minutes of it, and it
Okay,
was good.
awesome.
Good.
I saw that thing muted. I thought, ooh, I wonder how long that's been muted. It doesn't do a good job. OBS doesn't show doesn't make it very distinct that something's muted. Okay, TDD.Academy. All right, come on. Okay, let's do this. Just gonna double confirm that our audio is not working. Because, well, we use a lot of computers on this show, and you know how computers are. Oh, it's working on YouTube.
All right.
Holy
Well,
snap,
let
man. I
me.
almost restarted OBS just because Twitch. What the heck?
Which wonder what going on.
What the heck, David?
Don't know.
What are they doing to me? I'm trying to follow the rules. I have like
Yeah.
checklists and I'm following the rules and something is not following the rules. And today it's Twitch. Okay, well, the sound's good on YouTube, so I'm going to say that's good. Wow. I have to show this now. I have to hit transition. Now, if I hit, so here's a test, David. I'm going to move the mouse to switch to the camera, and not to that one. Hang on a second. And now we don't see what you wrote, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Hey, folks. You know, David and I, we were pair programming on Zoom last show, and we kind of thought it kind of sucked for that.
It was
We've
difficult.
had shows where it kind of mostly worked. We've had maybe shows where it completely worked, and then we've had shows where it
Yeah.
mostly didn't work.
Mostly didn't last time. Yeah. It was quite the. So we're trying what a
Yeah.
new tool. So the text is coming through pop.
Yeah.
I don't know. Pop's not a great name if you ask
You
me.
don't
I
like
don't know
pop?
what what it means. It's not. I drink a lot of pop, as a matter of fact. So yeah, I've got
Here,
plenty of pop.
I'll transition over here and show the pop colors here. See that thing there? Pop. That's what we're trying today. Been using it a lot at work and used it with pairing with somebody who's over in India. And it worked pretty well. There was a few times where it didn't happen. So my tip for you, David, is what I noticed sometimes with pop is it. Oh, actually, you and I just experienced this one of our test shows. Is it took about a minute for pop to sync up. Today I didn't really sense that. It just went right into it pretty fast.
Mm,
But we're freeloading
yeah,
customers. Maybe paying customers get a better service level or something.
quality of course.
So I'm
Yeah.
officially ready to say Zoom sucks for pairing. I kind of always felt it did, and then we had a few good shows with it, and then we don't. So, it's just not consistent. I mean, if you're paying expensive people money to do work that's going to be products, that's you probably you don't want to use cruddy tools, man. It just wastes everybody's time.
Well, you don't want your people that you're paying to do good quality production work to have to deal with debugging somebody else's systems.
Yeah.
And
And it's like, maybe, I don't know the cost of Pop, but I'm going to guess and say it's the same as a lot of the other tools, I believe. It's going to be around $20 per developer seat. But hey, if they're working from home, you're not paying for the heat, the temperature. There's all kinds of, your facility costs went down. So it's still a pretty cheap deal when you relative to running an office.
yeah.
Cool. Well, yeah. So there's our rant about Zoom and Pop. I'm open Zoom improving further in the future, but man, that last show kind of soured me on that. Let's see. What else do I have to say about myself? I don't know. What about you?
What's going on in the sci-fi world?
Bill Preston, the literary sci-fi guy. He just talked. Last episode was about reading, how to be a good reader, because. And so when he teaches his students in English Lit class, he teaches them how to appreciate the effect that the writers put on them by what they read. So
Wow, that's
this is how
interesting.
you know, if you're a writer, or maybe if you're a good reader, if you think about why the author just did this thing. Okay, so your character something just happened. Your character did something, and if you're able to step back and think, oh, this is a plot device because a blah 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 is going to happen, I'm pretty sure, or oh, this confirms my feeling that the shoe's going to drop. I don't know. So I read pretty weird when I'm reading a book. I'm like thinking about the source code underneath, like why did the author do stuff, and the character motivations. And so the more you do writing, the harder it is to get surprised by books. But sometimes you find a book that's quite a gem, and it's always throwing you out because you didn't expect it. But
Okay, and so that's a good thing when you're a writer and you get surprised by the thing
really
you're
good
reading.
writer. Yeah, because you got the curtain pulled and it shocked you. Writers are usually bad people to bring along to a movie because they can usually figure out the plots quite a ways in advance of the movie. They could, so.
Don't
I
whisper it
always
in your
try to
ear.
put some bets on my wife. Like if in the first quarter of the show, if I can call, how the major plot device gets solved by the first quarter of the show, that's my achievement. Can't always do it, but sometimes it's like, I can't remember the reason. It's usually it's probably easier with Marvel comics because they tend to follow fairly.
Oh yeah,
How do I say this? Well,
scripts of genre
yeah, they have
standards.
pretty, yeah, right. Their playbook is fairly not surprising because it's tried and true. People like it when this happens, so we're going to do this, and they do it in all the movies.
Yeah.
And so I don't know. In Agile, we're still running the series on designers in Agile. So if you're a designer who is interested in doing Agile stuff, we got this last episode with some tips for you when you're trying to get into design or trying to do design with an Agile team your first time.
Oh, that'd be good. Yeah. I like working with designers. It's fun. It's creative. It's a fun group to be with. Yeah.
Yeah. And if you ever make one angry, then cool artsy posters of you show up around the office in interesting poses.
Oh,
So
I don't know if I've ever
they
had that
have their way of getting
experience.
revenge, David.
I'll have to
They
try
have
for
their
that.
I remember it was there was a series of posters. He wasn't actually. This was faux anger. It was about a scrum lord on our team. Our scrum master was being accused of being a scrum lord, so he had some good poster series out there for him.
All right. That's cool. So what are we doing
well,
today?
Last show, I felt like I increased my learning. I'm always learning, but I increased my learning in a meta level about refactoring, and it's this. Hey, if I'm going to do a show about refactoring, I usually only learn about the method. Like, oh yeah, I need to go refactor here. Oops, I better show the code here. I usually worry about, oh yeah, I need to mock some method, right? But I should have known this, and maybe I did, but whatever. It didn't occur to me I would have so much trouble with these types. Social Security Watcher, here we are. So we're trying to write tests for, well, let me double check. Which one are we writing a test for? After text change, it looks like. After text change, there's nothing. That's right. That's the easiest test we're trying to write, and we're having trouble with it. Because we got a type here, folks. We have a type, a parameter, that we need to learn how to create and generate. And so I realized last show, I said, oh, shoot, I should have like done more research, as if I have infinite time, done more research and discovered how to make that type, because that bloody little editable type was like, you know, when you have types up here, like, well, I don't know, primitive types, you kind of know what's going to happen. Ints, blah, blah, blah. You can write tests for that pretty easy. You don't, not a lot of effort. But then when they start sneaking in these other higher level types, some platforms make it really hard. And I think we're learning that this isn't in the easy case, okay? Some platforms, you just type, you initialize it, and then you go with it, right? You can create an empty one, and boom, boom, boom. And I'm talking about you, Google. That happens in some platforms, but not in this one. We are having to do some work and effort. And so last show we did some mocking, and then we discovered to get the behavior we wanted, because our mock object doesn't have all the behavior it needs, we might have to override a length. And length is a value. So, David, I did not do my homework ahead of the show. Totally did not. And I'm assuming, did you?
No, I'm home. The dog, the Malibu was driving with us out here to Winston-Salem from Dallas, and he got real hungry, and it was raining, and I had to concentrate on the road, and he ate my homework.
The laptop. He ate David's laptop, if you can believe that. You know, it's a big dog.
Yeah.
And so here we are, folks. We're going to figure this out on the show. David, I propose we do the simplest thing first. Let's just learn a little bit about Kotlin and say, can we override a class value? That is what my proposal. Does that sound good to you? Can we like quickly make, because I think we can get a yes, no on that pretty fast with a little bit of Googling.
Okay.
Because folks, if we can override that value, we just need to extend the mock to override that value, which is length. Because
You mean length?
Yeah.
So by overriding it, you mean in our mock, can we change it from what it is to some new value?
Like,
or we could just test that capability as opposed to Googling it, right?
That's probably a good idea. What do you got for me, Coach?
I think I got, what is the name of our mock editable, which is text box text var.
Yeah.
In mock, I see you're writing a test for this.
We're going to write a learning test. Can we override a value in mock editable? Whatever. Well, specifically, can we override length?
Length.
Yeah, it's going to do something weird here. Mock editable. There, that should do it. Except I hate it when I get the curly braces on the wrong line. There we are. Boom. And so, hey, we're going to new up another one of those vars. Mock editable equals mock editable. And sorry, go ahead.
Did we have to give it a length last time?
No.
I think the length see, I'm trying to see where you are.
Here's the class right up here. Right? And and now, David, putting my hands behind my back. Can you use pop to drive right now?
Yeah.
Let's see if that works.
I'm gonna change my.
Oh, I saw the mouse move, and my hands are still behind my back. Oh, sweet. So, hey, yeah, you're typing. I'm not sure why you probably don't want to put that there, but.
Oh, I like that.
Nice.
I'm making length equal to 42.
You got to put it inside the class body though. Then I think you're good.
Oh.
That's all.
Am I putting it in the wrong
Because
place?
so there's that little plus in the line 76. There's a little plus button you have to tap, and it expands it. Because this is kind of a gnarly.
Oh, I
This is a
didn't.
gnarly mock object. That thing we had to mock. This has got a lot of
Okay,
stuff.
I did not see that. Oh, oh my
Yeah,
goodness.
you're bringing back the memories of last week,
Yeah,
folks. There's this thing
yeah.
called single. Well, no. This is not right. There's this thing called solid design principles, and one of them is about interfaces. And this class,
And I don't see a. Well, it's not going to have a length in
right.
here
Just put
because
it in
these.
there though. You just had to get it in the body. I just
Oh,
didn't want you to put it in
what you're
the
saying?
wrong spot.
I was putting it in the wrong place,
And
and you're suggesting that I should be able to do that,
right, and then you're probably gonna make it a
and it's
vowel.
suggesting that it does not like me.
It's all right, and then we probably have to make it an int, I suppose, or I don't know. It's Kotlin.
Oh, the int would come from the
Yeah, good
42.
point. Okay,
We'll know that.
what's that saying there? It's the squiggly, angry stuff. I think you have to hold still for a while.
Uh,
Oh,
okay.
link hides member of supertype editable and needs override modifier. Woo, dog! What is that? That sounds promising. Wow. Okay.
Is it going to go?
And why is it still cranky?
Does it have to be a var instead of a val?
No.
Because we're
Oh, that's a good
changing
point.
it?
Very good point, actually. It probably never could have been a vowel. How would that would never make sense.
All right, I'm kind of
Okay,
pausing there.
open public open var length. So you need to make it public probably.
Does that go before or after an
Good
override?
question. Let's see if we can make the computer happy. So if you look down there where it says mock editable and it says public open var length int, so public open, apparently you got to say, oh, do you have to type open as well? I mean, it's not in the same order as they have it. I don't know how picky it is. And then, conflicting declarations. Public open var length int, public open val length, So
It needs to
it
be
looks to me like
rebuilt.
it's got to be a val. No, but it says var down below. So
Yeah, I think it's remembering the val from earlier, and it didn't catch that I changed that. I don't know.
yeah,
Do you
I
see
don't
this
know what the
warning
story
on the
is.
screen?
Do you want to find usages of the base declarations? I'm going to say no. I would say no.
Yeah.
I think it's
All right. What just happened?
okay. Well, there's still
The
some
the
red
screen.
stuff up above somewhere, I think.
Okay, the screen changed drastically for me. All right, mock editable length is still having
So
a
it's a little weird
problem.
that public is colored the way it is, and I think maybe it is an order thing. So it says public open var length, public open.
Yeah.
So public first, and then open, and then you have var. So the only thing we have different than is override in front.
So maybe it needs to be val. I'm giving up on. I'm trying to bad developer, don't understand, just change a lot of things.
Returns a length. Okay.
So I've got the vowels matching now.
Returns the length.
Open val length int. Public open val length
All right, make
int.
a colon int maybe. If you do length colon int, I'm just reaching there. That's what the other declaration is. I think it was. I don't know. I think it was. I assume it was lowercase, but I didn't pay close attention.
No, it's uppercase.
Sure enough. Now what? Come on here. What is it angry about? Oh, look above. So the class constructor takes an int. That's a val. Do you You see that? And now we're
Mm-hmm.
calling something else length. So if I remember right, we have a problem. And the problem is we can't have two things called length in there. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I see we have a parameter length, which I thought was a
Right.
requirement.
Because we're mocking something. And I think we just learned something that length that we pass in has a relationship with the one that's passed in at the
Call
call site,
site.
I guess. Because otherwise I don't understand. And that was a value, so I see it's keeping an extra copy around. So maybe the length. Now I'm kind of confused by why do we care about a length in our editable that's a fixed. I don't know. I'm starting to get confused about why maybe we don't care about length. So maybe comment out that thing for now, and let's go back and reassess what it is we're trying to get done.
Comment
Yeah,
that out.
because I don't think we can do what we want to do. Because my understanding is as soon as you create a parameter to a constructor, it automatically generates a val type for you. And so the val type we're overriding is the val type I think we already asked it for. So I'm a little confused. I'm going to admit that right now. Let's go look at
Yeah.
let's go back and reassess why do we care about length and what we were trying to do with that.
Okay. How do
Go
I
down
do
to
that?
the test case. So SSN, watch your test.
Is that
Here, I'll
below
join for a
here?
second.
Yeah,
And
right
it's
here.
not, oh, you're right. It is down there. Sorry, I forgot about that. Just got to scroll down here. All right, so we're trying to write a test that says after a text change, it does nothing. And we have a text field created, and we have a watcher, and we have a text box that has the length set to 23. And we were trying to write an assertion with the assumption that length was related to how many characters are in there. And it may not be. It may be related to the size of the text box. So in our unit test, stop here, I need to get control of length. This may not be true. So in our unit test, what we wanted to do is we set the text box to have nothing in there. I'm not sure what the any is for. Should be replaced with indexing. Set will call the indexing operator. So we're setting the string to nothing. So we were just setting it to nothing. We probably didn't really have to do that. The any is for a span, like if you're highlighting a number of characters. Actually, that API is just confusing. I'm not sure I really understand it. So there's a start, there's an end, and then a span. I don't know what the span's for, and it returns a unit. Then we were getting the length, and that's where we were thinking about that we cared about length, but I'm not sure that we do. So we need to learn something here. We need to learn after text changes, meaning after this is called, that nothing is changed in the text box. I don't know why we're doing this set stuff. Maybe I'll leave it there for a second or two. And then we want to assert something. We want to assert nothing changed. And now we got to figure out how to do that with this text box, that nothing in the text box changed. Oh, does this code actually compile so far? Why is this underlined? This is weird. Oh, okay, I lost something.
You lost print, yeah.
It just puts underbars on things? I don't know.
Why is
What's
that
that all about?
underline?
I don't know. Okay.
Don't know what underline means.
So anyways, let's see if this compiles. And I just want to see if we had any issues with that. So how do we build? Go up to build. Shortcut is Apple F, butterfly F9. It's building. So, I mean, we're going to have to figure out how to test if anything got changed. After text change does nothing. So that we have to define what nothing means. I guess nothing means the text box is the same as when the text box we started with is the same text box we got at the end. All right. I think that we can do that. Gradle is still building. Wow. Okay. It built. So I'm just going to run it. It's not going to pass or, I mean, it's not going to fail anything. Oops, if I don't actually screw up the syntax. And it looks like my context is set up to run the test. So I hit play and run. So now we have, well, and I have this weird test on here that does nothing. I can delete that now because I didn't actually get to have to do that.
Also notice that watcher is underlined, whatever the underline.
It's just like, maybe it underlined variables, local variables? Yeah, those are all local variables, I guess.
I don't even remember that from like 2 episodes ago when we were doing Kotlin.
There's a weird mode going on. All right, so no value passed for parameter length. Where's that coming from? So this is our, all right, what's going on here? Security test, one Java error. Sounds like we instantiated something and didn't pass the length. I see length there.
186.
186 is not here.
186, I would assume, would be a line number. And the last line in the file is 183. So that was very helpful. Thank you.
So it is saying this test failed, which I could believe because see this assert equals here? I expect it now to really be 23. I don't think yesterday we knew that the last time we knew that when we passed in that parameter that that length was that we were passing in the length and it was just going to use that. Okay, so let's try running it again. I don't know. I'll have to do a clean build, I guess. That's really what I should do.
Okay, so it's running.
Oh, okay. Okay, Kotlin not implemented. An operation is not yet implemented. Okay, so it's calling some of our mock objects that is doing.
Not implemented.
Okay, so we just need to take out
exceptions. Yeah.
Test mock, it'll set span.
Set span.
Get span. Let's do a search for this. There it is. So apparently a to-do actually does something interesting.
Can result
causes an error message.
In Kotlin not implemented error.
Seriously. All right, well, let's see if that works. Oops. Don't do that.
To do with reason. How about that?
Whoa, that didn't do Apple F9 like it's supposed to. Build Apple F9. Finished building, and I don't know if the test ran. It's weird. Run after blah, blah, blah. Gradle building, running tests. All right, there, and nothing failed. Okay, so now we're back to trying to decide how to test this fellow. Okay, so our assertion should be about that the text box is the same as before as it was after. So how do we figure that out? How about this? Go ahead.
Well, yeah, so the length is not changing in this instance. The length
It's not
is
possible to change the length. It turns into a value. So
about
so
a
it's a fixed.
value.
It's like a
An-
fixed size, an editable field. It's not about how many characters.
yeah, but I was assuming that the data structure holding the thing behind it was not, that it was an editable or mutatable thing.
Yeah,
And so
not sorry.
I don't know if we're learning that the data structure behind it is mutatable or not
Well, I've seen
mutatable or
setters, and
whatever.
I've seen appending and removing, so it's totally mutatable.
Yeah.
Here. And
Um,
wow.
so so let's try to now inject into this editable that we have. We have a mock editable. Can we inject something into it and see if we can put Lance into that
Yeah,
text
but we're
box?
gonna have to implement some of our mock object, and I don't want. Well, okay, so this is. Let me think about this. I'm trying to think of a shorter cut, but what I'm seeing here is I mean, look at mock editable and look at what it implements: char sequence, get sequence, spannable, and appendable. So now what we really need is we need to put inside of our mock object a back a another class to implement some
Mm-hmm.
of those setters and et cetera. Man, kind of bummed about having to do all that. And but you have to do it once if we're ever going to get these tests written. And but I'm trying to see if there's a shortcut. Like, what if there's a class that's already implementing an editable and all of those things, so I don't have to use my mock object? Because otherwise, we have to to set my name in there, we have to implement some of those interfaces. And if we're going to implement some of those interfaces, that means we're going to go find, hopefully there's going to be something that implements a character sequence that's already in the Kotlin platform that we put inside this mock object. But then I'm thinking, like, why do I have to do any of that? I just want a bloody class that's already built that I can work with and instantiate that does editable and all of those other things. And failing that, I think I can live
Yeah.
with just char sequence, because that'll be the next step will be to, well, shoot, if we have to come back to this and put in something that can implement the char sequence, I'm willing to do that too. But
Okay, I'm
so
following you.
those are my two thoughts. Like, can we avoid all of this by finding an editable class that's easy to instantiate and work with? So can we go to the
All right. So here's what I've
yeah?
learned in my research, in my 10 minutes
Copious,
of
David. You got to
research,
use the word copious for this.
copious amount of research that I did, looking through all of the books on the shelf. I found out that character sequence is implemented by string.
Oh, there we are. So that's an easy one.
And I'm expecting that string is like perhaps maybe
That would be
editable.
cool too.
So would string be a possible class that you're thinking?
We're gonna find out right now, live on the show. S string is it? It's probably a cap. No, it's lowercase. Oh,
It's probably capital S.
and I'm gonna hover over it.
Give me some help. Come on. Kotlin.string. Companion object of string. Love being a companion object. String
Okay,
parens.
and
I think that would create a new string,
yeah,
wouldn't it?
I'm trying to like actually get a little bit more useful help. Like if it's editable, then we solved a whole bunch of problems, and that would be pretty awesome. I think we gotta go look it up.
What happens if we declare string to be editable? That's an
Yeah, I
interface,
have to
right?
implement editable, which we could do. That would be fair. But I'm kind of cranky with the IDE. It's not helping me learn, well, what is a string? Oh, maybe if I click on that. Oh, here we are. Class string is a comparable and a char sequence. So there we go. So there's our char sequence. But
Okay.
now, like you said, we either turn it into an editable, which means, what does that mean? We go up here, and editable has to have this and a length. And single inheritance.
Do we know that for real, or did we make that up and guess at something?
I'm pretty sure we forced us to do it, screaming and yelling, but here's how we find out.
Yeah, thank you. That's the bigger picture.
Defined in. I like how it makes it the font. It changes the typeface to emphasize in, defined in. It's like it's yelling at us, David. I'm feeling so yelled at right now. But anyways, okay. So we needed to be editable. Let's do something different here. Let's go ahead and see if we can inherit. We can't inherit. Okay. So can we inherit from a class and an interface? Like, can I just put string here?
I would hope so.
Need a constructor. All right. Really? All right. How about an empty constructor? It's final. It cannot be inherited from. All right. So we can't inherit from string. Wow. Okay. Well, I think we're down to putting it. All right.
All right. Then the other thing is, you were saying last week, please, user manual, tell me some things that are editables that maybe I could decide to use, like string or like text box, or how would we find some really smart tool that knew what was a Kotlin editable?
Yeah, and okay. Implements editable. I don't know. We go back to this. I think we looked at this for a moment. Known indirect subclass is a spannable string builder. That might be a good one. Let's go look at that. Okay, I think we found one. Implements all of these things. If we can instantiate it, wow, look at that. A beautiful, beautiful constructor that takes nothing. Sweet.
Okay.
And or it could take a string and all those other
Or
things.
character
So I think this is the guy.
Okay.
Yeah. No, if we were
Is
hardcore.
this the class we've been searching for a whole lot?
This is the it's always the way, right? This is our first Kotlin test in a view layer, and we're we do this. If we do this for about another month of shows, we'll be like hardcore, like, oh yeah, of course you could use a spannable string builder.
Yeah.
Let's go over here.
All right. Wonder what that thing is designed to do, but we're just going to.
It's designed to do what we need it to do.
Okay.
Do you like how I just do that closure? Like, boom. It's the only one we have, David. Gotta go. You gotta fight with the army you have. The generals, they don't go, oh, look, these guys aren't good enough for the army. We're gonna usher them out. No. When you're
they define a purpose for the thing they have.
True.
Like,
or find a way to turn them, uplift them to the people they need.
Will be wonderful decoys for my good troops.
Oh dear. Wow. If you ever,
So you want that, you want a string
Yeah,
in
yeah. Probably
here,
shouldn't distract myself.
not
I'm
a
going.
string,
I'm
but
going into
a
war.
spannable, what was that
Okay,
thing?
we can get rid of a bunch of code now. That's good. So we believe. Here, I won't delete it yet because maybe we'll learn something that will make us sad. But so we need. All right, we don't need this. We think we need that because we got to make our text watcher have something, and then can we override a class? I don't know what that's about. Anyways, yeah. So we want to use this. Oh, 23? Does it take a length? I don't know if it
Oh,
takes a length.
no, spannable. No, it takes a
Okay.
string if you want to have something in, but it creates uh, an editable, which is what we needed.
Importing. Importing now. Cool.
Importing? Okay.
And so the first thing we can insert.
We don't have to pay excise tax on that import, do
Oh dear. Okay, so resisting all forms of distraction at this point because that was a good one. Okay, so assert equals should be 0, right?
Yeah, I think
And
so.
then after text watch is called, it should still be drum roll.
I think that after text changed is going to get called when we've changed the text in the actual running app. And that should now be 1.
Wow. Okay, what's going on here? So
Are we totally out of sync with each other?
okay, I think I get your drift. You're saying the text has to have been changed. To simulate this properly, we got to add something in here. Append. Let's, we're doing numbers. Then we should have that. Is that correct? I like it. I think this is working
Yeah,
for me. You blew my mind,
yeah.
but I think I'm with you now.
But it does something now. So the name of our test is
Oh,
misleading.
well, no. Okay, maybe we got to specify better. After text change doesn't change the string. Is that what I need to say?
Oh, okay. I had a different meaning for that. Yeah.
Cool. String. All right, let's run this baby.
Let's just see if something if we can be right once on this whole Kotlin
Yeah.
thing, this will be great.
We're getting whipped around a lot by the Kotlin.
All right, no test found matching.
Oh, it's just because it can't build fast enough, bro. I think it was
It doesn't like the fact that you changed it in the middle of
apparently
building.
I'm a little bit. I don't know. I feel like this is a slow IDE. That's my feeling. It took 3 seconds, and we're working with literally the smallest project you could build.
Yeah,
And it takes 3 seconds to
yeah.
do. And what's going on? Still initialization error? Is this? And I'm having trouble deciding if it's new data or not.
Yes. All right, does nothing doesn't exist anymore, and it can't find it.
Okay. Well, I took it out, and I don't want it to exist anymore. Okay, so clearly this is a
Yeah.
make a clean build type solution. Rebuild project. Very
Oh
interesting.
God. Yeah. This is the kind of thing that might drive you over to the iOS platform.
Yeah. Interesting.
You
I'm
know?
trying to be open-minded for a little bit longer, just in case there's some out of my ignorance and bad piloting, maybe. But this is making me wonder some things.
My dog's come in to eat my computer
My
again.
goodness, David, I'm still waiting for this build to build.
It's
Is
gradling.
it just me, or do we have to do a show? Oh, maybe we need to do a show, a side-by-side show where we're doing iOS, the same stuff in iOS, and then the same stuff in Kotlin. That might be a fun show.
That would be an awesome
But it's
idea.
35.
That would take
Yeah.
some.
I don't know how we're going to pull that one
That would
off,
take.
but that's like a versus show. And that's like when I wanted to buy a blower for my yard, I found a beautiful YouTube video where the guy had like 13 bloody blowers. I don't know if he bought them or how he got them. And he called it the big blower roundup or something like that,
Blow
or
off.
the challenge. And then he had a
Okay.
ball attached to each blower, a beach ball with on a string, and you start all the blowers at the same time, fully charged, and then it would shoot the beach ball. And based on the height of the ball, you got the power of each blower, and then you wait, and it ran for minutes until all the blowers stopped, and then you could see which one dropped the beach ball last, and then you knew which blower, had a lot of thrust and a lot of duration. It was great
Oh wow.
experiment. I had to appreciate that.
Oh, it was an experiment designed for watching. Was it all compressed
Yeah,
time?
well,
Also,
right,
so
right.
you
Because he eventually
didn't
turned
have
on the
to wait
music where
an
he's like
hour.
running around because he has to keep the balls balanced on it too, so they fall off after a bit. And so he's like, you could see him like doing the, I don't know what you call them, the Three Stooges. He's trying to keep the balls on the
Yeah.
blower.
Uh-huh. All right. That's cool. Yeah, a side-by-side test would be an interesting show.
Okay, what is still angry here? Why is this angry with me? Java Lang, no test found. Okay, what happened? We are in a test. It has an at test.
Um,
No test found matching after.
we never referred to the test by name,
Yeah, I don't know
right?
why it cares. All right, I'm going to do the big comment out move. Let's take it out. So there are no tests. Take that, Kotlin. Sorry, I shouldn't be so combative. All right, so build. See if I can do this F9. That does not actually, that must be overridden by somebody else. A lot of my key bindings I noticed aren't available for this IDE.
Oh.
So, finished building in 1 second, 1 moment ago, moments ago. So it already ran it.
Just
So that was so
go.
fast, I missed it all. And it still has this problem.
Oh, I don't know what to do, but this is where I would get out of the car, run around the car, change drivers, and get back in the car.
Sorry, I'm driving. Do you want me to stop and you want to take a swing?
No, I'm okay
So,
with that. I think I'd hit the project clean button. You remember what we had to do last time?
yeah, vaguely. I'll have to go back and look at our notes.
Oh, I don't remember exactly, but yeah, just vaguely we had to do some sort of clean magic at the
Oh my
Gradle
goodness.
level.
Oh, your memory's better than me, mine. All right, so I just added another test, just like that.
I see how you're
4
rolling
seconds.
here.
All right. It really loves this test. It's really worried about us. Java laying exception, no test found, matching method after text change does
Hey,
it.
hey,
It really
create,
loved that test, David. Maybe we should
change
give it back.
stuff to that name. Change stuff to that name,
Sorry?
and tell it to be freaking happy about it.
I'm sorry, what did you say?
Yeah,
Oh,
take that,
yeah.
copy, paste over stuff. Yeah, now there's your
Be happy,
method.
computer.
There, okay, be happy.
Run this test.
And it passes.
Oh, it just loves this test, David. It can't, after text change does nothing. Oh, I think right. I have a theory. Look, David, context. Shoot. It was all me again. Look at this up here.
Oh,
Let me zoom in.
yeah, I see that. What
So
the
we were
heck?
trying to run actually that specific test. My apologies. That
Not
was a
all
cockpit
tests?
error, just like I was worried about, that there was something silly I was doing. Whew. Anyways, now we got a runtime exception. Stub. All right, I'm going to delete this thing because we don't need that anymore. So say I. And just to be sure, I'm going to run the test again. So
A little skittish, are you?
It's got me a little nervous. Yes, exactly. All right, so what's going on about this stub business?
Stub is yelling stub at
Spannable
us.
string builder init. It's failing in there. It's yelling at stub. Wow.
Uh-huh.
Well, that's this line of code.
Let's give it a string of ABC or something. SOS.
String. Now be
Okay.
happy. No, it is
Stub.
So this is in the test.
Stub must mean something to
25
somebody.
calls. Let's see what line. SSN Secure Watch Test line 176. Yeah, we are completely confirmed. Okay, well, we gotta figure out how to new one of these babies up. Apparently we're not doing it right.
Hey, take that runtime exception stub and put it on Stack Exchange and see what it says that means.
Sounds like a good plan to me.
Because, you know, like, they're smarter than we are.
Somebody made the same mistakes already and wrote them down. That's what this is. Well, I don't know if I want to be that broad. Let's back up. I don't think we have any relationship with the fitness. What's that called again? String something builder? Spannable string.
Spannable string builder.
Why didn't you remember that name?
Because my brain doesn't span multiple concepts.
In there anyhow. Let's jump to this one. Recently, oh yeah, he's running unit tests. JeffEngley.com.
Look, there's only 5 steps to correct this problem.
The top button.
Which, don't know why, but...
Seriously? I'd like to know what's going on here. Recently tried to run this. Here, it ran this test. The stack trace pointed to line 8, which is whatever, test suite. All right, well, I guess I'll blindly follow it because it's an idea.
Jeff knows what he's talking about.
Stub. All right, let's go to build order, I think is what it said.
Wow, you have a good memory for stuff. Like you read stuff and comprehend it and remember it.
I don't think that's very common. I think I was just lucky that time. I'm going to come back now. What was the next step? Oh, right-click your test project. No, I didn't follow these steps at all. And it's talking about Eclipse, by the way. If you'd like to see... Really? Eclipse? All right, anyways, there's a build path, and it just says put JUnit to the front. What year is this? Is this recent? I'm kind of suspicious of this one. Build path. Order. It's like the library. Oh no. Oops. I want to see something about Android. I don't want to follow steps that have to do with Eclipse. That doesn't smell right.
Okay.
Let's add in Kotlin. Because they probably Kotlin. Yeah. Man. All right, in Android. All right, we're gonna go try this out. Look at it. Get a lot of stuff I don't care about.
Well, good to the answers. Yeah.
Anyways, it's trying to get his demo test working and it keeps getting errors. Android jar contains only stub implementations of the classes. It provides the means for your app to build. Once you have your app APK, you must run it on an Android device or emulator. If I'm not wrong, you are trying to run on host's JVM, which is the case. Oh, David, the plot thickens. It sounds to me like they're going to make me unhappy about it. Okay, hang on a second. Can't run Android code on your laptop as is, but Robo-Electric basically substitutes the actual implementation for the stubs in Android jar. So okay, so we're using expandable, whatever it's called, and apparently it's an Android. It's in the Android platform, but not on my JVM, and so to allow things to compile, you have no operation type library, and so
it has a stub. That's what's called a stub.
So, wow. Okay, here we were just innocent me.
So we called into the stub, and the stub did what it was designed to do, which was to yell stub. Instead of yelling "I am a stub," it yelled stub.
Hang on a second. I'm suspicious of a couple things. So now, the interesting thing is on iOS, this wouldn't happen because it would have ran it on the phone. You're running your unit test on the phone, which I don't like that either because there's, that's a pretty complicated setup. I was wondering if it's possible that I should be running my unit tests in the phone simulator, but I don't really want to do that.
No.
I mean, I don't really want to do it on iOS.
Well, yeah, but
even the most innocent things are stubbed out completely, but you can still use them in a host VM unit test with good mocking frameworks. My choice is JMockit. All right, so back up here. So there's a couple solutions.
We just learned
Robo-Electric basically substitutes actual methods implementations for the stubs in Android jar. Two things to watch out for if you go with this solution. Make sure your jar import is above the Android jar in your dependencies list if using IntelliJ. All right, that's a good tip. It defaults to blocking HTTP requests under the assumption that you don't actually want to change the state of the server somewhere. All right, I think that's worth a shot. Anyways, I got to go vote up this thing that I was asked 9 years ago.
Still current today.
Oops. And let's give it a try. So I got to go download a jar.
You're going to just go out and... Oh, okay.
It's gone. All right. Jiminy.
JMockit is my choice.
That's
down below.
That might be what we do, man. I'm trying to not write any mocking code, but here's a website. Okay. All right. Yes, running tests on Android emulator or device is slow. Building, deploying the app almost takes a minute or two. Like, yeah, I agree. That's no way to do TDD. There must be. I like this guy already. Robo-Electric is a framework that brings fast and reliable unit tests to Android. Tests run inside your JVM on your workstation in seconds. With Robo-Electric, you can write tests like my activity test, blah, blah, blah. What's he got to do here? Set up an activity, perform a click, and then he checks that the activity is equal to, yeah, I don't know a lot about the activity APIs, but that's probably an Android thing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, unlike traditional emulators, they run inside the sandbox, blah, 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 blah. Man, this is really valuable stuff to learn. I'm glad I'm learning it.
They should just give you a download button because you're sold now.
I'm ready to not spend money.
You should just,
at least try it out.
Take my money.
How do I download it?
Take my praise. Give me the download
It's
button.
hiding. Okay, robot. Okay, it's even still under development. They're improving things. Roboelectric's looper simulation. All right, setup.
And 4.0 has been released.
Building with Android Studio. Works best with this. Add the following to your build.gradle. Test options. In the test options section, maybe. I don't know. Let's take this whole thing. Oh, and I got to add that dependency. All right, we're just going to grab this. Oh, and then I got to add it to something else. Okay. Boomerama. Okay, where is my
Do you know how to even do
Gradle
this
build?
thing?
Build.gradle. Dependencies. Build script. Repositories.
All projects.
Yeah, I was looking for the thing that starts with the word Android, and because that one does not. This one does, though. Here we are.
Android. There you go.
I think it might have been in build types. Let's go down here and hit an enter and paste it in, see what I got here. Oh, it's test options. Let me
Android test options. They don't have it. Test options. You're going to add
sounds
one.
like I'm adding one. I'm in module, the Gradle module, so I'm not sure. Okay, that sounds fine. I assume a module is higher level than a project? Probably.
I got nothing.
All right, so I don't make a mess.
Oh, dependencies is one of the things we have in this list.
Yeah.
Yeah, so add our dependency in there for robot electric.
There's already some test implementation stuff.
Right above it is Android test implementation, and you have just test implementation.
Yeah,
so
see this? They're different.
okay.
There are different dependencies. I think Android test implementation is I'm going to take a guess, say that's in the simulator. And test implementation must be unit tests run on the JVM.
Yeah, all right.
Now, I'm probably making a bit of a mess, but let's see if I can do it with it.
Take out our Android.
Okay, now we have this test options hanging out here. I don't know what that's about. We have a unit tests. How come we don't already have a unit tests anywhere? That's weird. All right, well, let's try it out, see what happens.
You're going to hit
I think
play?
so. I'm just looking for the word unit tests anywhere, and I don't see it. Okay, so let's see if there's any other directions.
Was there anything more to the install instructions? Was there anything more in the instructions here?
Property. No longer with Android Studio 3.3. All right, so is that true? I'm on the latest, so come on, get up here. 4. All right, so should be good. And annotate your test with the Roboelectric test runner. I have to do a run with. So we're basically adding in mocking stuff is what this looks like. So fine. We have a clear need now. Let's see, do I annotate my class? I would think. Let me double check that. Yes, class.
Yeah, it says.
Wow.
Okay.
It's all grouchy. Probably because I haven't run the Gradle build so it can bring in the dependencies.
Yeah, you got to import something.
I think it's a Gradle build has to run because it doesn't.
Okay.
See, I don't want to make that class.
Yeah.
So when I run the Gradle build, I'm assuming that'll get better. But let me see if there's anything else here. All right, cool. Let's run it. Run the build. Clean build. All that. Oops, I did a rebuild. Not quite a clean build, but I already clicked it, so let's see what happens. Wow, man. Interesting. So in a way, we're doing something that's better because we're going to run it locally and have faster unit tests. That should be a good thing. Okay, now what? Didn't like it still. Let me do, oh, it's not done.
Cradle build is still building,
Yeah,
isn't it?
right. Get all that red over here. Wow, it's downloading now. See that? That doesn't happen every day.
Mhm.
Scanning files. Hey, I started playing a new video game called
What was it?
Stellaris. It's on Steam. Might be on other platforms as well. It's a really fun cosmological space opera style strategy game.
Mm.
Try to manage your interstellar enterprises to get resources, defend it from discovering new aliens and science. There's a lot of science. It's not just action, so it's kind of like Star Trek-y kind of feeling. Like you're learning some science, you're doing some resource building. Yeah. Anyways, it did not like
Right.
it still. Function declaration must have a name. Okay, so let me, I'm gonna do clean just because I just want it to work. Frankly, I just want it to work. And maybe we have to go run that command line as well, like we did the other day. Oh, I'm gonna make the module. Test edit activity app. Yeah, I'm gonna make the module. Because remember, we changed a property file for the
What's the module?
module, not the project.
Mm.
And I'm hoping that was the right call. Seems like it was, because that's where the
Okay.
other dependencies were. So yeah, Stellaris, it's pretty fun. It's so David, I don't know. So it's fun and then it's not. I'm kind of get tired of games pretty fast because I feel like I'm getting like I'm working too hard. Some of them, and this one I enjoy, but I probably only enjoy it playing it for about an hour, and then it's like, wow, I gotta take a break from the game. Okay.
Yeah. Well, it's supposed to be entertainment and fun, so if you're not getting that, then you should probably
Well,
stop
well, I
playing the
do think
game.
about it, and I think about playing it, but then after a while, I think, wow, it's a lot of. This is like doing organizational change. I have to like deal with all these troubles in the game. It's like I'm gonna,
Oh.
I'm gonna, I'm gonna go back and watch TV for a while or read a book. I like to read a book about it or something.
So you'd rather try and figure out how to mock spannable string builder than you would.
I think I would because at least I've achieved something in the real world that's a little bit more real
Okay.
or useful. I mean, there's entertainment, and this one is less more. This is less about entertainment, more about things. Okay, look at this. Maybe I need to add something to the class path. Oh, because it's a run it with. It's complaining about. I think I might be just making a mistake here. So I don't know which one I need to do. So I picked import. Hope it's the right one. And now it's still cranky about Roboelectric. So I'm going to run the build in. Yeah, but you know, you're right. This is kind of the same thing. Is you have to invest a lot of yourself into the game to enjoy it. And you either enjoy that or not. And same way with coding.
Yeah.
So what's going on, man? Social security test. It's all cranky. Okay, so I got the run with working. Name expected. What is going on here? I feel like we got like a syntax issue. Let's see, where's the example? I thought I followed an example somewhere. I'm lost. Where did I get this? There it is. Annotate your test with the Roboelectric test runner.
Oh, and then it says build with basil. What the heck is a basil? Is that just a different build tool?
I don't know. That's a good question. Bazel projects. So this is something, this is probably another package
Uh,
manager or something.
okay.
I'm
Okay.
assuming I don't care about that. Yeah, works best with Gradle or Bazel. So it's a Gradle alternative.
All right.
All right, come on, baby. Let's get this all going. So this is a syntax error. Recognize that. And we are importing lots of stuff. And wow, get down here.
Would we need to import something for the robo electric test runner?
Maybe. Let's do it. It's just not giving a good error message, so what the heck?
It had a fix me
Did it?
import.
All right, I would rather use that because I don't understand why I get these grayed out imports. What's up with that?
I thought it did. I don't know. Hover somewhere else.
That's okay. Oh, more actions maybe, huh?
There's
Oh,
import.
thank you.
What's that mean?
That means,
It,
I don't know. Well, I assume it imported. I don't know why it formatted it in a wacky way. Get that back there. Okay. Am I, okay, name expected. So the import up here has Robo Electric Test Runner. Good job on catching that. Now what? Expecting a top level declaration. It seems like my syntax is wrong. So if I take that out, of course it'll compile. So, but I'm following the example, and it's oh. Is run with a Kotlin thing or not? Maybe we're looking at a Java example. And I can't even dot class. I don't know what that means. The whole point is to run
it
your
says,
Kotlin, unless this
and
is
it says Android Studio,
yeah.
which I guess it might run both Java and
Oh, we
Kotlin.
know
I
it
don't know.
does. Let's take this out. Is it .kt maybe? It's weird. I'm sure that's not right. Okay.
Um,
Okay.
so you imported uh, what kind of file did you import up above in the import statement? Did you import a Java class or a Kotlin thing, or does it
I
matter?
don't know. I If you want to run a lot of your infrastructure on Java and you want a new language like Kotlin, you kind of hope it doesn't matter a lot because those people will have issues with it. So I think I just need another example or something because this is not quite sample projects.
There was a
Was
test
there?
back. There was a yeah. Go back to the root level.
Oh, I could also read this doc. Download things. This is for billing it though.
Oh, there's a Gradle test. What's
That's to
that
run
mean?
the execute it
Oh,
from Gradle
command
rather
line.
than use it
Okay.
like the way you were doing it. So where did you see? You saw a test somewhere? Start.
Yeah. Um,
I feel like app source would be the place to start.
source. Go to
Oh,
source.
here's a test. And it's a KT, right? Yeah, it's KT. This one does not have the run width. Well, that's not helpful. All right, here we are. Colon. All right, there's the key.
That's Makito JUnit runner.
But it's the colon. I'm just looking at the syntax. So I think we need colon class.
Okay.
I just feel like we're just treading those paths that all these other developers suffered through already. We just need to get some of those developers to come on the show with us. Then we'll get this done a lot faster.
Oh.
But of course, we'll remember longer if we suffer a little bit. All right, so it's colon class. Okay.
Okay. Well, why wasn't it that way in the example you looked at?
I'm guessing that was a Java. Why would they have a Java, though? I don't know why. That's a good question. Because they're evil?
Okay.
Yeah, that was the example. It was a robo-electric and Basil, blah, blah, blah. Annotate your test. You can't tell, literally. Oh, there's no semicolon into this. I think it's a mistake, David. Because there should be a semicolon if this is Java. Wait. Run with in Java will not have a semicolon. So I can't tell if this code is Java or Kotlin.
Well, it's got to be Kotlin because it doesn't have semicolons. Java requires semicolons.
But is it not after the annotation, right?
Oh, I don't remember.
I feel like the annotation's like connected with this part, so I don't think so, but I'm not 100%. I'm not going to put any big money on it. Yeah. Anyways, the point is, this is supposed to be about a tool for getting your, so they used to build Android apps with Java. You see what I'm saying? So historically, this was a thing they had to solve in Java and in Kotlin. And anyways, so we're just trying to get stuff done now. Let's see if we can run our bloody test.
Run the bloody test. Run the bloody test. Oh, things are smelling better.
Yeah.
Excellent. Different error message.
Illegal argument exception. Failed to configure instantiate the class. Wow, what's all this? Okay, this is RoboElectric Test Runner. So why is this happening? Is it happening because of the run width, or is it happening because of something in our test? So I'm going to, okay. My wife said, we got to shut down the show soon. Let's see here. Let's take that out, and let's take this out too. Let's just make it super, like, is it just the run width, or is it something else? I'm going to leave this one test in here, I guess. But let me not. Let me not. Apparently grammar's going away too. Let's do this, and then we're going to add an empty test. Okay, cool. So now, can we get that test to run? This is the world's easiest test, folks. If this doesn't run, I don't know what will. I'm going to say our environment's not going to like this, and our environment doesn't like it. Oh, illegal argument failed to configure. Text basic activity. Nothing. Oh, nothing's the name of my function. So it failed to configure package target. So there's a strange something. Something's not happy. All right, package. Okay, maybe it's a version issue. Package target SDK is equal to 30. Max SDK is equal to 29. Why does that seem backwards?
Yeah, that does seem a little
So the
backwards.
target SDK.
Uh,
Huh?
Greater than, less than. Where's that sign? Less than. Is that the greater than sign? Yeah,
The
greater
target
than.
needs to be greater than the max. That doesn't, because this word max, no, I don't know. So it's not happy for some reason.
Yeah.
And I think it's talking about my SDK version. Okay, now I keep getting these upgrades and I haven't been clicking them for the last month. I,
You don't stay current?
you're a good point, David. Um, let's find out what version, where would that be in? Would that be in the build? Probably the module?
I I would
Like
put it,
this?
well, it depends on what. I don't know how Java land does it, but build tools are
Yeah.
30.
Well,
Compiled SDK is 30.
and this was talking about what again?
And it was talking about 30 is greater than 29.
Package target SDK must be equal to 30, but greater than. So I feel like what it's saying, okay, here's my interpretation. The max is 29, but we exceeded it because we're 30.
Yes. Yeah.
Wow. And is that because of this library only supports 29? I think that's what it's telling us. So I guess I could change this to be 29 and see what happens. I'm not really happy about that, but well, that's an easy thing to do. I think I just do this. I think I'd leave that alone. I'm not sure what that's about.
Mhm.
Oh, wait, maybe I just need to care about, maybe I only care about this one.
Target down there.
Because it's talking
Yeah.
about target, doesn't, not talking about compile,
Yeah.
default configuration. All right, fine, we'll make it 29. Or I'm gonna be a little bit conservative and go like this, whoops. And then put 29 here and run it. Target SDK. So I could have a newer SDK locally, but I'm going to say this is my most highest bar that a phone to run my app requires is 29. I think that's what that means. Wow.
I don't know, but we're getting something
Busy.
different now.
Whoa. Well, there we are.
We might have a running
Yes.
test. The test that does
Well,
nothing. Let's upgrade the test.
So first of all, we got to we have a question sometime to answer. What is target SDK version? Like, do I really care that I made it? Because I changed it to, I changed the target to 29 to make Robo Electric happy.
Which is not making Lance happy.
Man, why do I need all that crazy stuff? More work, it seems like. Okay, cool. So now let's go make our test more beautiful.
Get rid of your test nothing.
David's offended by that.
No, not really. If it had a print in it, I'd have run a hissy fit.
I thought you should be better say, it doesn't even have a print in it, so it's clearly nothing. You put a
How do
print
we
in
know
there,
if
then
it
we can
even
keep it,
ran?
Lance. That's what you should have done. It's like, come over to the dark
Yeah.
side.
Yeah.
All right, let's run this baby. Come on, baby. Let's
Oh my God. Are we about to pass
something.
step
I would love to
one?
see after text change pass. That would be a beautiful thing. Wow, this is slow as you know what though, man.
It didn't speed up like it promised, did it?
All right, Java language. We expected 0 but got 8. Okay, what line was that?
Click to see the difference.
Oh, well, that's true. We had to muddle. We meddled with our string, and it
Yeah,
computed it correctly. So now I can take this out. Wow. Okay. Ay, ay, ay. I'm gonna say this, man. This is not a fast solution. Like, implementing my own mock would be fast. Execution time. Anyways, we got it working, David.
Hey, don't you like the fact that it prints out our value is 1?
Oh,
don't you like that? Don't you love that it tells us that right there on the screen?
Why? Is it doing that because of the test? That is just nuts. Why is it doing that, David?
Because I remember typing it last time.
Is that hidden in our code somewhere?
That's a David print line somewhere.
I don't know. I can't see it.
And it's coming in handy, isn't it?
My son's looking at me like, time to go eat. Anyways, David, we successfully did something today. We successfully, let's write this down. This is big news here. We had and it made us work for it too. Strong pairing style. Oh yeah, that's something we're gonna try someday.
Yeah, we're not doing that crazy stuff.
All right. It sounds a little rough. Let's put it that way.
It should be called strong arm pairing
Twisted
style.
arm pairing style.
Yeah.
All right, 32.
It's actually a good pattern, folks. You should try it if you're doing.
This is going to be a pretty good log of stuff we learned. So we learned that. Okay. When you get this thing, it says stub or something like that. Is it like that? What does that mean?
Stub means that the actual implementation of the Android Kotlin code is not running in your JRE.
Yeah, okay. That means that a stub implementation is
of the Android, yeah.
And not the Android library or jar or something like that.
Yeah.
I don't know. I use jar, but I'm not. Maybe it isn't a jar.
Okay.
So.
This, you go get yourself an electric cowboy. Oh, no, that's not the name of it.
So we can run fast unit tests on the machine, on the whatever, on the PC. I'm not running a PC. On the Mac, all right? I'm going to say it that way. For 3, I'm not convinced it's that fast. It's probably faster because if it really takes a minute to load the app, but it's a little slow. I'm going to say this. That's also what I learned. RoboElectric's a little slow. It must be doing some reflection stuff or something.
Oh, heavens no.
A little slow. I bet a hand-rolled mock will be bunches faster. You can look up those units online, folks. Bunches,
yeah. So are you talking about compile time fast or execution time fast?
Execution.
Yeah.
Compile time is probably the same or not measurable. I mean, okay, so in general, is Kotlin faster at building than iOS? I kind of doubt it. It seems slow, but we have to do that other show for that.
Okay, yeah. All right, so we got that stubbed out with the RoboElectric so that we could run the What? Oh, we've got to capture that. We found out that a class implements uh,
Editable.
editable. Yeah, we've found a class that implemented editable.
Spanner. I'm going to make it up as I go. Spanner string builder, and then we'll look it up.
I think that's good. Yeah, let's call it that.
Implementation of editable. All right, now what was it called? Spannable string builder. Spannable string builder. Okay. And that's pretty important because that
Yes, that was very.
we need something.
That's the thing we've been missing for about 5 shows, isn't it?
And also I want to add in the other thing. Yes. The other thing, by the way, David, have you seen the show cover yet? Let me distract you a moment.
No,
I
I
didn't. I
didn't.
just. It was totally.
I love these covers. They're always so creative. Happy covers. Who is that guy? Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'll raise your mock object and see your expandable. Kick back from oh, it implements the character sequence. Which um and there it is. What? Uh-huh. Oh well. All right, there's how you spell sequence right there. And we might need those things. Yep. Oh, that was a lot of learning. Yeah. Yeah. That's gonna start to get exciting. That's gonna be exciting. This is Tower of Babel exciting. Yes. Yeah. Things are building. Things are building. Yeah. 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 The app did strike back. But it's time to get out of here.